Into the Eagle Coaches Show. Karson Robinson, Dustin Simmons, along with head coach and athletic director Chris Softley, here to talk last week of the regular season. It's moved. It has moved by so quick. And before we get into what the last game of the regular season has to offer, let's dive back into last week. A tough win, a gritty win maybe.
Sure. Not
so much what you wanted to see, but it's nice to be 9-0.
That's right. We'll take it. We believe that throughout the course of a season, especially when you're coaching teenagers, sometimes you win ugly. And proud of our boys to be able to do that. I think that's a sign of a good team and a mature team. And obviously we've said ad nauseum how thankful we are for the boys we coach. And they handled some adversity. I think TCA Willow Park's a good team. I told you last week, great coaches, defending state champs. They got some kids back from injury. They played really well and really hard versus us. And we were in a battle. And so we're thankful to come out with a victory, but more than that even, we're thankful for the lessons we learned along the way, and we think it'll benefit us.
Yeah, you'd rather learn those lessons in week 10 versus the first week of the playoffs.
That's right.
Whenever you don't get a whole lot of room for error in those games. You have to be really pleased, maybe besides a couple plays on the defensive side, with what you saw from that group once again. Obviously, the first play of the game,
right.
Willow Park scores, and you're going. Your thoughts are, oh no.
Yeah, so first play of the game came out in a good set and showed a different look than they showed all year, and we were just one check away from getting in the right defensive call. We missed it, and so be it. It's something we'll learn from. They went 50 on that play, and then we were able to hold them to 130 for the rest of the game. So defensively, really settled in. The score maybe not totally indicative of how the whole game went.
Right.
We made a big interception late, and they went down and punched it in. And so then it became a one-score, kind of an interesting game there at the end. But we had our chances to do some things early, and we just didn't we didn't take advantage, and they capitalized on our inefficiency. So hats off to Willow Park.
And so 20-13 the score in that one. And much like the Tulia game was, a little bit of adversity, but you get a win. That's all that matters. You move to 9-0. We move forward to this week. Before we get into that, though, players of the week, the linemen and the skill position.
So we get player of the week to Cash Howard, senior captain. Just a great kid, great player, hard-nosed. Did some things for us this week that we haven't been asking him to do throughout earlier games, and he had to step into a different role. He did a fantastic job. And the lineman of the week this week, we decided that we would give it to someone this next week. So
okay, fair enough.
We are passing on that opportunity so that everyone can perform really well this week versus Trinity.
Fair enough. You got to win the battle in the trenches to get an award. I like it. That's fine. And speaking of, this week against Trinity, that battle's going to have to be won pretty much in the trenches with Trinity and their kind of ground and pound attack that they like to run. And, Trinity has been a rival of Lubbock Christian for a while, but this football thing is kind of new to the rivalry. And they're playing in their new stadium. You get to go over there for the first time and try and beat them for the first time. They haven't lost in their new stadium.
That's right, undefeated.
They're undefeated in their new stadium. I think 1-0
That's right.
Are the Lions there at their new digs out there south of town. But what is your team? What has the preparation been like? Has it been different since maybe they want to get better from last week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so no different in terms of it being an area team or it being for the district championship or anything like that, but heightened as it needs to be every week. And so our approach has been at a high, has been ratcheted up a little bit. I think the boys have responded well, and obviously we have a lot of respect for Trinity, Coach Spiller and that staff, what they're doing out there. They're doing some really good things in terms of their running game. A lot of misdirection. They have some really aggressive pulling guards. They have a running back that's been over, I think, 1,300 yards. He's state leader, low center of gravity, really quick. They're just doing an excellent job, and I think they're playing their best football at the right time. So hats off to them, and we know our work's going to be cut out for us on Friday night.
And so Friday night, 7 o'clock?
7:30.
7:30 for the district championship. Both teams 3-0 in district play, and Lubbock Christian trying to go to 10-0. Does that 10-0, does that factor into anything that you guys talk about? Have you talked about being an undefeated team or anything like that?
No.
Do you talk about that every game you play now, moving forward, especially Friday night it starts, is for a gold ball? And if you can come out with that, is that part of the preparation, or is it just we take it game by game and the same as week one is this week?
Yeah, good question. We've never mentioned the words gold ball before. And our budget goes to other things other than gold balls. So we may win one and not buy one. That's fine. But no, the truth is for about, since the bye week, really, since the midweek of the midpoint in our year, we've said every team we play will be a step above the next. And I think that's fair to say. And Lubbock Trinity is the top of all, as you suggested. And so they have our full attention, full respect. And we also understand this. Good, bad, or ugly, we know who we are.
Yeah.
We're very aware that, man, what an awesome record, the things you said, but we're also the same team that started the year, picked to finish third in the district, and we're thin in spots, and we don't win any pregame competitions, and we don't look great getting off the bus. So we're aware of that fact that any week could be that week. But then again, as I've said a lot, is we're also very aware of the strengths that we have. We have great kids, and they'll play very hard week in and week out. Their preparation this week, like every week, has been outstanding. I'm a big fan of our senior class. I love our coaching staff. I think they put in a lot of time and effort. And so when you put that into the mixture, I think it gives us a chance each week. It's not, we don't go into any game thinking that we're superior to anybody, because by talent-wise we're not. But by heart-wise and effort-wise, we tend to, the cream kind of rises to the top, and we've been fortunate there. But any week could be the week, and we understand that. We respect our opponents because of that.
And so 7:30, Trinity Christian, Dustin Simmons will be on the call. Dustin, it's been a fun ride so far this year.
It has. It's actually been entertaining, no, to say the least. It's been a great season up in the booth or in the stands calling it, and so I'm really excited for this call. Not just because it's a rivalry game, but more or less it's what's on the line at the end of this game. And so with that being said, I mean, I'm looking forward to next week and being the number one seed after this week.
Hey, speaking of rivalries, is there a rivalry trophy for this rivalry yet?
No,
Have you done anything with that?
And some people that watch this will laugh because we don't use the word rivalry.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's we respect them as an opponent, but we find a tough time in Scripture to be able to support the term rivalry between two sister schools, like we're supposed to be of one faith, and so many friendships that occur across the lines. And so, and no doubt, it's an important game.
Yeah,
it's a crosstown match. We understand that there's extra on the line when you're for a district championship where it's crosstown, or you have some bragging rights and some history, but we just don't know if we can really, if we can really use that word in a godly sense. And so
fair enough.
To us, it's man, TCA Willow Park got our full attention, and TCS Lubbock Trinity will have our full attention.
And so they'll have the full attention tomorrow night at Trinity's new park there on 130th and Certain Dirt Road. You can find it, I'm sure, on Lubbock Christian's webpage or at Trinity's webpage as well. So look forward to that game tomorrow night, Coach. Going for a district championship. Good luck tomorrow night, and
yes, sir.
Go Eagles.
Thank you. Go Eagles.